Alright, guys, so look, just because you're not a fan of the book doesn't mean that you should ignore a good spec. Secret Jedi, also known as Pete, turned me on to this. This is by Jim Chung, and this is a preview in 2004, Young Guns 2004 sketchbook. It's pretty much a preview of the Young Avengers, so this is the first time you actually see them in a comic book, but it's concept art, right? But people are going after these previews nowadays. So here's your Wiccan, for all you Wiccan fans. I don't know if there might be one of you out there, I'm not sure. Here's Patriot right here. There might be one Patriot fan out there. Where? I don't know. Iron Lad. Iron Lad. And of course, Hulkling. I think eventually they're going to have to, I don't know, I don't even know if they've started already changing their names and their costumes, and especially Mr. Wiccan over here. I mean, look at that, dude. I mean, okay. As you know, this will not be for me. These are going to be for the Comic Tom community. Okay, this is what I'm going to be selling to them. But these will not stay in my PC. Hopefully not for long anyway. Eventually they're going to start talking about this book. The influencers, because this is their first appearance. All right, the thing I'm noticing though is that a lot of these, this is a pretty heavy stock, and all three books that I bought, and I didn't pay much for them, but still though, you know, you still want near mint books, and obviously this is not near mint. After a press, I'll be lucky to get an 8.0 on this after a press. But who knows, maybe with Mr. Kendra, man, he can get rid of most of that right there. Maybe just leave a couple of color breaking. Nah, I think it's probably still going to be an 8.0. Maybe 9.0 potential on that. This has a little bit better potential, maybe a 9.2 or a 9.4, but it does have this right there. So I would say at the most a 9.4 after a press. And this one is going to be sent out pre-screen 9.8. This one actually looks really nice. Okay. Again, not a fan, but you can't turn away a good spec. It is a good spec, and a lot of people are hyping this group up. So why not? If people are going to buy it, let them buy it from me. After it's graded, of course, and hopefully that won't turn out to be a loss. All right, we got some pretty big books here and some really, really bad ones. I already looked at the grades online, guys. But there are some really good ones in here, though. Let's open this up and see. Here you go. So these went to CCS. You know, I am thinking now that there's different teams in CCS, and it's a crapshoot on who you're gonna get, really, because I got some really good grades here. So they did a nice job pressing and cleaning some of these. So, you know, obviously for the Blue Marvels, I was disappointed with CCS in that one, but this makes me think that maybe I'm not going to be done with CCS, and that's probably going to be the case, guys. All right. But yeah, let's see what's in here. Again, I have 10 books in here that are dead books now, but I do have a few that are really great. Let's check them out. All right, the only good thing about these is that they all came back at 9.8. They failed. All of them failed 9.8, and I saw pressable defects on all of them, and I said then that a press would do the trick to get them all to a 9.8, and it did, but all the time that it took, and then the reveal that this was Matt Gargan, the character, the secret character behind Virus. It was just a big disappointment. Donny Cates is a great writer, and I will be getting his first, his cover A's to read. I'm still obviously getting Thor, and he's ending his Venom run, and I'm getting all of those, but only the reading copies, the cover A reading copies. But as far as spec worthy, and he's going to be doing Spawn soon, I am going to be staying away from that. I mean, like a virus, like staying away from the COVID-19. That's what I'm going to be doing as far as spec worthy. But I think the one shot this book has at becoming hot again is the fact that this is the first virus, and the label 2020 COVID-19, first appearance of virus. This came out during the COVID-19 crisis, and this pretty much came out during the beginning of the crisis, and this is the first virus. People went after Corona, right? And Corona was worth nothing. It was 99-cent book, and then people were paying hundreds of dollars for a 9.8 of Corona. And so I think, if you're going as far as spec for this book, maybe that will get this book away from the tombstone, right? Will Virus ever become, a worthy spec? I don't think so. I doubt it. But who knows? Who knows with the COVID-19 label? Who knows? That's maybe not. I might hold on to these, or I might just take the loss. I think they're going for like $80. Might be going for less. I haven't even checked. But either way, if I sold them today, they would be a loss without a doubt. I gotta see what I'm going to do, though. This is the bad news, and it's messed up, right? That this is the bad news, because they're all 9.8, but this is the bad news. Let's look at the good news. Okay, so maybe I spoke too soon about good news. All right, so this came back as a 9.6. They did a nice job, CCS did a nice job with this, because this had some wear on that spine, and it looks really nice. They got rid of it, man. I even thought that it was color breaking at one point. Is that it right there? No. I thought it was color. That was it right there. Right? But it didn't break the color. See? Right there. That's why it was a 9.6. But that's a nice, because that was an indentation right there. But that's a nice job that they did on this book. Unfortunately, this book is not... I don't think it's a valuable book. It's definitely another loss. I just happen to like the Shannon Mayer cover. It's a beautiful cover. It really is, man. It's gorgeous. But, yeah. Bad news keeps coming. In a 9.8 first codex. Now, this one might have some spec-worthy value in the future. Might. Given the chance, if I were to go back in time and steal one of Kang's machines, I will go back in time and smack myself a couple of times for buying some of these. But yeah, that's not what I can do. So gotta take the loss and take the whippings, just like Kang does, my friend. Just like he does. Yeah, Kang. Yeah, I know you like that, Darth Biscuit. But think about it, man. The guy, just when you think that the guy is an idiot, the biggest idiot that you've ever seen. Another multiversal version of Kang comes out of nowhere, following up that other Kang from a different multiverse to show you that there is a different multiversal version of stupid. Alright, so this is the first time Dynamite Entertainment took control of The Boys from DC's Wildstorm. The Boys number 7, a ton of first appearances in this one. Payback is in here. Stormfront is in here, first appearance, right? She was in Payback. Well, he was in Payback in this book. It's a he. But yeah, I just like the fact that it's only 6,000 of these in existence, and now I have two 9.8s, and I believe I have a 9.6, right, on this. But Payback is supposed, I think some of the characters in Payback are supposed to make an appearance in the next Boys. So yeah, I love it. Oh, and here's a guy right here. This is a guy. I don't know how they're going to show him in Amazon. All right, but this is a guy I'm looking forward to seeing right here. Tech Knight. And that is his first appearance as well, Tech Knight. All right. Here's another one. I don't know what this goes for. I got this from Mr. Mike Rogers. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 1 from 1985, but it is the 4th printing. It's got 5 pages of bonus sketchbook material, wraparound cover. See? It's nice. Nice cover. So, in a 9.4, I don't really know what this goes for in a 9.4, but I didn't pay much for it. So, hey, for a TMNT number 1 from back then, I'll take a 9.4 on it and hold on to it for a while. What the heck? 1985. I got this from him as well. This I do know about. And this is the second printing Pacelli cover, the Pacelli variant. Number 1. Well, Ultimate Fallout number 4, his first appearance is what I mean. But in 9.6, I did not think that this was going to make the 9. I thought this might be a 9.4, but they did a nice job pressing it. Again, CCS, man. They pulled me back in just when I thought I was out. It's a crapshoot to see who the heck, what team you're going to get on CCS, I think now, man. Because those Blue Marbles should have came back in 9.8. They should have came back in 9.8. So either CCS messed up or my grader was just having a really difficult time. But I'm happy with that. Both of those books I got from Mike Rogers, like I said. So, yeah, I'm happy with those. Definitely happy with those. And I didn't pay much for those two either. Let's go to the next one. I have not been lucky with Adam the Blue Marvel. Not his... actually, you know what? With all of them, I really haven't been that lucky. I've only gotten back 2 9.8 so far out of 30 books on the number 1. And more than 30 books, 31 books, right? 31 books out of the number 1, 2 9.8. And yeah, out of the other ones, number 2s through number 5s, I've never gotten a 9.8 out of any one of them. And the trend continues. This is I thought a couple of these had a good shot at a 9.8. This one in particular, I did think that it had a good shot. But, no, 9.6. Once again, 9.6. Looks beautiful, though, man. Look at that. It's pretty. Nothing that I can really tell. I can make it a 9.6. See? You tell me if that's a 9.6 or a 9.8. Oh, CGC says it's a 9.6. Can't complain with CCS on this one. I mean, you know. But this one is a 9.6 as well. Number 3. And I sent in 2 number 4s. This one you could probably say, is that the... see what that is right there. Oh no, that might be a 9.6 then, if that's the book. Can't even tell. No, that's... yeah, I don't know what that is. Maybe that, if that is the book, that's a 9.6 for sure. Alright, either way. 2 number 4s, and those number 4s, that's under 10,000 print. Those, this one I believe was 12,000, and number 2 was, I want to say, was it 14,000 for number 2? They're all very low print, all of them. All right, next one. Talk about restoring faith in a company here. CCS. Yeah, I've sent them quite a few that came back this year that, yeah, man, I've gotten very few grade bumps. But in this one, this is a good one. Amazing Spider-Man 365. I sent them 2 9.2s. Both of them newsstands. And we get back 1 9.4 and 1 9.6. And they did a fantastic job. Fantastic. 9.4 as well. I think this one you could see a color breaking. Yeah, that, well, I think that's pretty common with these because they're heavy stock. Right there, color breaking. That was in like an indention though, and then, you know, they removed it. Obviously you can't do anything about the color breaking spine ticks there, but yeah, that's enough to make that a 9.4. But it is a pretty cover, and they cleaned it really nice in the back. It's kind of weird because they didn't clean that 8.5 at all, you know, but whatever. All I know is both of them came back at higher grades, so success. 3 big books here though. Something's Killing the Children, the foil editions. Remember I talked about those, that I couldn't see anything wrong with them, so I sent them out to them as with a note saying, like, if you can't press these because they were foils, please just clean them. I did see a fingerprint in one of them, and I didn't want to remove it myself, even though I could have, but I'd rather them break it out of the slab and send it, but and regrade it. But so I just wrote it down. Please, if you can't press it, just clean it and resubmit it. So watch this. 9.6, 2A, 9.8. My favorite cover of Something's Killing the Children, the foil edition. Look at that. Look at those green eyes, man. Greenish, yellowish eyes. Fantastic cover. 9.8. And it was the case for the other 2 as well. 3 9.8. Score. I said it would have been worth it if even one of these came back in a 9.8. But to have all 3 of them get grade bumps, plus the 365s get a grade bump, man, that's freaking fantastic. And this should be the bigger book, the biggest book in Something's Killing the Children, because it's limited to 300, but it's not. The biggest book in the number 1 is this one right here. This one failed in a pre-screen 9.8 the first time that I sent it. So I figured, you know what? Let's get this baby pressed. See what we can get in a press. Bam. Yeah, score big time. That press helped it big time, and not that I could see anything wrong with it, really, to tell you the truth, but yeah, I have now 3 New York Comic Cons in 9.8s. One of them signed by Jay Lee, and I have, I think, 10 of these. I think 10. Is it 10? So every single one of the foils that I bought and every single one of the New York Comic Cons have come back at 9.8s. And yeah, very happy about that. Obviously, what's to be sad about, man? So let's look at the numbers. So this has been a great submission. These are the perfect submissions, you know, guys, because you got failed specs versus, you know, highly successful ones. And, you know, this is actually what you want to see, right? Unfortunately, a book like this is going to pay for, or a book like this is going to pay for the failed spec of, say, the Venom 26s, you know. So unfortunate that I went so heavy on that and I pulled the trigger. It's the FOMO. The FOMO does get you, but you know, you got to learn from your mistakes, and that's why I'm staying away from those modern variants unless I know the story, right? At least with Something Killing the Children, I read the story. I loved the story and stuff. With Virus, yeah, you didn't know who the Virus character was, but you figured that Donny Cates was gonna, you know, at least come up with something creative, and you know, but really, Gargan. Anyway, good spec, bad spec, and we got them both here. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both. And there you have it. $32.80 per slab. And why is that? $28.50 shipping to CGC. $300 CCS. That's what they charge for pressing and cleaning. $492 to CGC to grade and to ship back to me. Total of $820. It is not cheap, guys. So some of these are going to be going out pretty soon to my comic shop. Look, I send a lot to my comic shop. Is who I mainly deal with. I don't have, if I had a lot of Golden Age that I wanted to sell, and my Silver Age I tend to just keep for the most part. But if I were ever to put out like big books in the Silver Age or the Golden Age, I would probably go through either Heritage or Comic Link, but that's a talk for another time. But I don't know if that time is ever going to come, because I don't like selling the big books, and I don't picture myself selling big books like that. These are going to be big books also, but these are modern. So moderns, you don't need to send those. I mean, you could send them to Comic Link, but you know, I could sell them in my comic shop whenever I decide to sell them, and still do very well on them. So yeah, that's what we got so far, guys. Later. Boring video though, but